politics, business, sports, arts, music. Mike and Marty on the beat. Mike and Marty. Mike and Marty.
Good morning, Bellows Falls and Keene. Here we are on the feed.
And as usual, when it's just us, there are some issues.
Yes, we don't have a monitor today, so we don't exactly know what we're looking at, but that's fine. We'll go on.
So
go ahead. We don't exactly have a guest.
We don't have a guest, but we do have a very extended local events, things to do, things to look for in the area. So lots
Which
of
is one of our
information
main
for you.
themes anyway, is sort of talking about things to do, and so this is a good opportunity because.
Well, it is. I mean, I don't mean to keep harping on this, but I often see posted on Facebook that there's nothing to do here. And really, if you look around, there's a lot, which
Yes.
we'll touch on. And there's
Especially
a lot.
this time of year. I mean, fall has started, and we have got the weather that is just unbelievable right now.
Yes, I'm very happy we're now in fall weather, and hopefully we have put summer weather to bed. And I
Well,
know
it's
I'll
gonna
get
be in the 80s
flack
next
about
week.
that. Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Because wasn't there like a
But it's-
frost warning last night?
Yes. Yeah.
So
that's cool.
I saw a post on Facebook this morning that said, "Good morning. Here's the weather forecast for today. 8 o'clock it'll be winter. Midday we'll have a little spring. Summer will return in the afternoon." And then it was something
Yeah,
like that. That's
that's
not exactly. That's not
exactly it.
exactly
It's
it,
like-
but it was close enough.
It's cold, and then it's nice in the afternoon.
then it gets
and
cold.
The sun's out.
I like that though. I like chilly in
too,
the
me
morning,
too.
beautiful during the day, and then chilly at night. So I do not know what the actual movie is at the Opera House this weekend. It's a mystery. They will have a movie, I believe, but it's not been listed yet. The classic movie is really a classic. Just if you look at the guests, the actors, it's Father of the Bride. It says
Spencer Tracy, right? Wasn't
Spencer
it?
Tracy, Joan Bennett, and Elizabeth Taylor. So that had to be
And
what?
Elizabeth Taylor is the bride.
Is she really?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
wow.
the young bride.
Then that's probably worth seeing. I've
Yeah.
never seen her. Like, I don't think I'm
Yeah, she was-
not a real older movie buff. So,
Oh, well, she really started like in National Velvet.
she was a teen, like
She
very,
was a
very
teen
young.
actress before she went on to Cleopatra and all those other.
Good for her.
Yeah.
So that is sponsored, and maybe whoever sponsored it knows, but it's in celebration of WAHIV birthday. And I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Anyway, they're sponsoring it. Kudos for sponsoring it. So a couple weeks ago, we put up information about an event at the Rockingham Free Public Library that was supposed to be happening tonight. It was called the Europa Clipper Mission with Bob P. That has been
Papadardo.
postponed. Thank you.
Yes.
That has been postponed. So if anyone had that on their calendar, it is not happening, and the new date is a to be announced date. So this actually caught my eye because they did an amazing job with the visual that they used to promote
They did.
this. It popped up on Facebook. The Bellows Falls Women's Club is doing a pasta dinner this Friday night. The benefit, look at that. How can you not? I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
saw
looks
that and it
amazing.
it literally
wanna
made me
go and
stop to find out what was going on and where was all that wonderful looking pasta. And it is the Bellows Falls Women's Club Pasta Supper. It benefits their scholarship fund. It is this Friday. Starts at 5 o'clock. Adults are $15 a ticket. Children 6 to 12 are $8 a ticket. And children under 6 are free. It's at the United Church, which is at 8 School Street. And you actually enter through the back because they have a little, that's actually where the Women's Club meets. And they have a little like kitchen area back there. And so it's pasta, salad bar, homemade bread, and cake.
That sounds amazing, especially with the women's.
I was
club
just
doing
going to
it. I mean,
say, if it's the women's club doing it,
Yeah.
it is going to be tasty. And that bread literally will be
piping hot, fresh from
homemade
the-
bread.
Yes.
So even if you don't want pasta, they have a gluten-free options. And then gluten-free, and I don't know if they said vegetarian. I think there's vegetarian
they're
options as well.
vegetarian,
Even if you, drop by, give them, pay $15 and help support the Women's Club, because the Women's Club does a lot in this community, and they don't do a lot of fundraisers.
Mhm.
They do the tea, and they do some, bake sales and things like that. But anything they produce is always delicious.
Scrumptious.
Scrumptious. So happening on Sunday down at Retreat Farms in Brattleboro from 1 to 7 p.m. is called Orchard Aid. So some of you may remember that back in May we had a freeze, and basically many of the local apple growers they lost their crop,
Right.
or a big portion of their crop. So it's $25 a ticket, and the money is going to four specific orchards. I believe one of them was Dwight Miller, Green Mountain Orchard. I'm not sure the other two, but it's local orchards. It's called Orchard Aid. There's going to be a number of bands. There'll be food trucks. There'll be local cider available. And Retreat Farms is a great place for a concert.
Yes, it
It
is.
really
It's really
is.
beautiful.
So they have a lot of things. And I think that we have a clip.
Yes, we have a clip of Anton Latham and Zara Brode, who are members of Zara Brode's Little Big Band, and they're going to be one of the bands that's
Yeah,
playing
so
at the,
when you look at the poster, it doesn't say Little Big Band. It's it's people's names. Like there's the people from Little Big Band, and then I only because I read the description on the Facebook page. Then there's some band members from The Devil Makes Three.
oh boy, okay.
And then there's some band members from Gaslight Tinkers. So these are all, like, I wouldn't have known the names were associated
Right,
with those
right.
bands. And then Jatoba is the
Yes.
headliner.
Okay.
So it might look like you don't know the bands, but you
it's
do.
a lot of really good local talent, yes.
So let's go
Let's
to the
go to our
clip,
clip.
All of Me.
All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see that I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take these arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see that I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of Don over there used to play with this guy. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Frank Sinatra. So when Alton wanted to sing All of Me, I was like,
That's
So-
a little taste of.
Who knew that that would be very helpful? I think we did show when we were doing one other thing about local music, but yeah, I think if you didn't make the connection, I would have had no idea who half these musicians were.
Yeah.
So I think in having explaining that to folks, so that oh, wait a minute, I've seen Gaslight
I've seen
Tinkers,
them,
or
or
I've seen them, so it's
yeah.
worth, because sometimes you don't want to take a chance, especially if it's an all-day event and you're paying a $25 cover
Well,
to
I
get
think
in.
it sounds like there's going to be a good variety of music. I mean, this is sort of jazzy, but they do a lot of other sort of Dixieland sort of things and traditional jazz and stuff like that. So, plus Jatoba, is the
Jatoba.
rock, and so
Yep.
it
So-
should be a great event.
Should be a good, and I think the weather's.
The
I think
weather's
the long
supposed to be
range
amazing.
forecast. The weather's
Yeah,
supposed to be good.
We're supposed to have amazing weather for the next 10 days.
Yay!
All right.
So get out and support the local apple growers. I'm sure
Yeah.
they could use it. And again, good time Sunday from 1 to 7.
Speaking of good times.
Oh, good time, wicked good times,
Wicked good
times, because that's the new tagline. Flannel Festival, a wicked good time.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know if it's a
Okay.
tagline. It says it
That's a
it
good
on a lot of
tagline.
posts
Yeah.
I've seen. So last week we did have Charlie here, and we were talking about the Flannel Festival,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't have the right information. I want to make sure we get the right information now. I have the list of musicians.
All right, let's hear it.
So we have on Saturday the Rough and Tumble at 12 p.m. We have at 2:30 on Saturday Cold Chocolate. Just the name. How can
Yeah,
you not go wrong? You can't go wrong with cold chocolate. On Sunday at 11:30 it is Patrick Ross Music. And then at 1:45 the Stockwell Brothers. So we did have the Stockwell Brothers correct. But we had some of the other attendees.
Because they play every year. But
They do, but they draw.
They are a big name. I mean,
Yeah,
they are really
they are.
good.
They're
And they're
well
classic. I guess the bluegrass. I would call them.
I think they're bluegrass. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I did not have a chance to sample clips, but if you go to the chamber, if you go to either the Chamber of Commerce website or the actual event page for Flannel Festival, I think that they've uploaded links so you can listen to the music before you go. And I think we heard last week from Charlie that Josh Hearn was going to be providing the libations, and there's a lower field being opened up this year that's going to have some acoustic music in it. And again, there is a cost to get in, but you can actually go for free. Well,
you're right.
you can go for
Sorry,
free
I
if
didn't mean to
you
interrupt.
volunteer. So if
Yeah.
you volunteer 2 hours of your time to help with various things at the Flannel Festival, it might be selling pie, it might be emptying trash cans, it might be helping with parking,
Directing traffic. Yeah.
directing traffic. It might be selling, tickets at the door. Not horrible tasks. You get to the rest, you put in your 2 hours, and you have the rest of the time
weekend,
at Flannel
yeah,
Fest
yeah.
for free. So you provided us with a clip.
Yes, I did provide us with a clip.
Yes.
And this is from actually 2 years ago, I think. And the music is the Springfield String Band, and I think they're supposed to be there too.
I think they come. I think
Yeah,
they're
I think
probably
they're the
in
acoustic band that
yeah.
plays on the lower field, because that's actually where they were playing for this clip. So we'll go to another clip with the music.
Music.
Glad you're feeling better, Ted.
I think even though that was 2 years ago, it totally captures the Flannel
Oh,
Festival.
that's it. Yeah, it's just so much fun. Yeah, and I'm imagining we're beginning to see a little color now. I was driving back the other day from up north, and it was like around Scuttney.
Was it
You can
finally?
see the
Because
it's
seems late, but maybe it's not. Maybe I just don't pay
well,
attention.
it's not.
Late for
We're
it to
still
start,
in
yeah.
September, so
And that's one thing about that location is when like last year the
man,
color
it
was
blasts,
beautiful.
doesn't it? Yeah.
It's a beautiful black backdrop, and each year they refine it and they add a few more things, and there's always food trucks and they might change, and then there's the kind of impromptu entertainment, and then looks like maybe they had like a juggler or something that year.
that was.
They always have something a little bit
interesting
different.
guy. He was from Germany, and he was traveling through, and he stopped, and he was a juggler and a musician, a magician, and
Yeah, so and then last year
he was
I
just
don't
funny.
I didn't.
The witches.
The witches
last
were a
year.
hoot.
Oh my goodness.
They were an absolute hoot, and I hope they're back this year.
Yeah.
And there's always the chamber always seems to pull off some kind of fun surprise.
Mm-hmm.
And the pie contest is growing. Last year, and plug for Sue Smith that won the pie contest in 2021, but. Last year, I'm pretty sure they had the table was full. They must have had
they had
20,
a ton of
25
them. Yeah,
pies
yeah.
that
That's great.
they were judging. And the nice thing about the Rockingham Hill location is it's spread out. So you have the main barn where there's coffee and pie and things like that, and there's places you can sit down. The natural amphitheater with the music. Then the vendors are over here. Then there's some things going on here. So sometimes it was delightful. We went to the Winchester Pickle Festival.
Mm-hmm.
First time ever
That
on
sounds
Saturday.
interesting,
It was
yeah.
fun. There was lots of different kind of pickles and lots of different things, but it's a very tight area.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah.
walking through very tight crowds through most of it, which is cool because it's busy and but I kind of like the
The way Charlie has it set up, there's you can go around where the string band was playing. There were all sorts of benches, so you could get some food, sit down, not feel like you had to stand up and eat. It's just well set up.
It
And
is
there's
well set up,
plenty
and
of
that's what I
room,
like. There's
plenty of room for parking. It's not like you're
right, and dedicated parking lights. That was one of the things with the festival, and is where do you find parking?
Yeah,
You park on the street or park down a side street, and so that's pretty cool. So have you ventured to Ciao Popolo yet?
Oh yes, definitely. Incredible.
We went Saturday night. They were rocking because, of course, there was the third of the Ray Masugo concert series at the Opera House. So Chris Smither and Suitcase Junket. And it was so nice to see the restaurant just jamming. They've changed the entrance, so you come in through the Wyndham Hotel. They've got tables in there. They have some couches. They have a beautiful oriental rug. Just a really welcoming walk in. And then you come into the restaurant, and the restaurant was hopping, and people were excited. You could just tell people were excited because they were going to music, and we've missed that. We've had the music, but we haven't had a place to gather
go before
the music or
or
after.
for a special thing. Yeah.
So did you see that they're doing, which I thought was genius? They stayed open late, and you could go after the concert and get drinks or coffee and dessert.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Darlene just seems so in tune with what people want. I mean, to me, it's just, she's sort of, I don't know, caught the pulse of Bellows Falls and Chester, I have to say, because I go to the Pizza Stone a lot, and it's like they have music every week too. She's one of the best supporters of local
music, yeah.
local music, and it sort of seems like there's a spectrum. Like the Pizza Stone is a little bit more pizza, and it's I don't know if you've eaten there in a while, but
haven't
it's
been there in a long
open and it's
time.
like tables and there's some high tops, but it's it's pretty casual, and the music is pretty casual, and and each has great craft beers and stuff, but the food is really good, but it goes up to a level. And I think Ciao Popolo sort of starts where Pizza Stone leaves off and then goes up to another level. And it's just really...
Yeah, I think it gives her, probably from her perspective, it gives her room to be more creative.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
You can get creative with pizza, but you can only get so creative.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they have, so they have
And
a
they've
nice,
been doing it for a long
yeah,
time. So
they have a good basic menu of pastas, but then they also have a lot of specialty items. Like they had a swordfish special. I didn't get it, but it looked fantastic. And they have music there too, almost every weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
This Friday night is Swing Low, who I think has played a lot locally, and it's not overbearing music. That's the nice thing too. It's nice background music, and again, in kind of the realm of wanting somewhere to go, you can go. You could sit at the bar, have a drink, and listen to some music.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to go for dinner. There's a bar area.
and she's doing a nice thing with the cocktails and stuff too. I mean, there's
Oh, some-
specialty cocktails.
Yeah, there's
that
some
are-
good crafty
yeah,
cocktails, and she's doing at the end of September, and hopefully, the end of October, and
October.
hopefully we can maybe get her on to talk about everything that's going on. But I know she's very busy. A masquerade ball.
I know that sounds amazing, doesn't
That
it?
should be. I think we have a clip, but not a clip, but we have an image of. I just like it because it was a really good image of
Yeah,
the masquerade ball at Popolo.
yeah. There's the
There's
jazz
the
music that
Swing
they've
Low.
been doing. Swing low.
I think
And-
there it is.
and there it is.
Because the masquerade ball is just fun. It reminds me of the costume ladies. Remember they had all
Yeah.
the elaborate costumes and Barbara.
Well, remember that when we did the No Film Festival Awards, everybody was in costume,
costume
and
was
in that
fun.
same space, it was a really
It's a
neat
great.
place.
It's a great space. So Flatiron Exchange.